I can solve simple exponential equations that can be rewritten with equivalent bases. Okay, this gives us a clue as to what to do here that can be rewritten with equivalent bases. So this first problem here, this has base 4 and base 1. We need to write this with equivalent bases. So we can use the fact that any number to the 0 power is 1. So I can rewrite this side as 4 to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So if I do that, I now know that these have the same base of 4, and if that's the case, this has to equal this, right? The exponents have to equal one another. 2x plus 4 has to equal 0. And from there, I just solve this very simple equation, right? 2x is negative 4, so x is negative 2. Okay. All right, next problem. This one is even simpler. They're already in equivalent bases, so I know that this exponent has to equal that exponent, right? They have to equal one another for this to be true. 3 minus 2x equals negative x. Add 2x to both sides, right? And you get 3 is equal to x. Okay. All right. All right, they're going to get a little harder here. So I have 4 to the 3x minus 2 equals 16x. So I need to rewrite these with equivalent bases. Well, I know that 16 is the same as 4 squared. So I'm going to replace 16 with 4 squared. 16 just became 4 squared, but I'm going to write that as 4 squared to the x power. When an exponent is raised to an exponent, we multiply. So this becomes 2 times x, 4 to the 2 times x power. And on this left side, I still have 4, 3x minus 2. So now that I have equivalent bases, these have to be equal, right? 3x minus 2 has to equal 2x. Okay. So let's see, I'll subtract 3x, and I get negative 2 equals negative x. So that means x equals 2. Okay. All right. Hardest problem so far. Let's take a look here. All right, I have base 3 and base 3, and over here I have 27. Well, these are already in base 3, so I'm going to try to combine this into one base 3. So remember, if I had, for instance, x to the 3rd power times x to the 4th power, to rewrite that as x to the something power, I would basically just add these exponents. This would be x to the 7th. So following that rule of exponents, we can rewrite this as 3 to the 2x plus 6 plus 4x power. So I'm going to combine like terms here. This is 3 to the 6x plus 6. And the other side is still 27. Right? I haven't done anything to that. Okay, so now I need to rewrite this as a base 3. Okay, well, 3 to the 1st power is 3. 3 squared is 9. 3 to the 3rd is 27. Oh, there we go. So this, written as base 3, is 3 to the 3rd. So I now know that 6x plus 6 equals 3. And we solve that simple equation. Oops, sorry. 6x plus 6 equals 3. I subtracted 6 from both sides. So x is negative 3/6, which is negative 1/2. Okay. All right, we are done.